Hi, I'm Jeff and welcome to my shop. Today's project is a little bit of an experiment. I've done some playing around. I'm relatively confident this is going to work, but not super confident. So off camera, I took a faceplate for my lathe. I just put a piece of wood on there and then I glued up a whole bunches of 2x4 and other dimensional lumber, and then I put that on the lathe, chucked it up and turned it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mix up some Alumilite resin, and I'm going to paint the surface of this. I'm going to put it in my pressure pot so that this cures without bubbles. I'm probably going to end up doing several coats of that before I move on to the next step. So this is a caddy that I made that goes inside of my pressure pot because I want to be able to just sort of lift this up and drop it in there. I've got some wax paper on there to capture some of the drips and bubbles. Okay, so that method was terrible. A whole bunch of times I pulled it out of the pressure pot after an hour. All the corks and tape had slid off, and it was just sort of a sticky mess in the bottom. So the right answer here, again, this is an experiment. I'm using medium cyanoacrylate CA glue. You could also use thick, would probably work just great. And I'm just gluing these on one at a time. Just hold it on there for, 10-15 seconds until it tells me it's ready to let go. And I'll just sort of slowly work my way around the bowl. I'm hoping this doesn't create a problem in the inside when I get to the later steps, but if it does, I can just turn the glue off. Hopefully it's not going to be visible. One at a time, let's chip away at it.
Yeah!
Okay, so I don't know how well this shows on camera, but I've got some voids here, some bubbles and some pockets. There's another one here. So I didn't get a great epoxy or resin fill. It would have been nice if I could have pulled a vacuum before putting it under pressure. In addition to that, it didn't sit perfectly flush, so you may be able to see there's a little bit of wobble here. So what I'm planning to do is I'm going to turn this so that I open up access to all the channels, and I'm going to flatten out the bottom, and then I'm going to try putting it back in to the bowl in resin, see if I can fill all that in, and be a little more careful about making sure it's dead flat, flush, and level when it goes in there. So hopefully it'll spin a little more. I really like to not do much to this outside at all when I come out of there, other than putting a tenon in the bottom. So let's turn on this a little bit, see what kind of progress we can make, and go from there.